The Rocky Mountains provide the backdrop in Boulder, Colorado, and if you're looking for the Buffaloes, they ain't hard to find. What a matchup we have in store. It's still early in the season, but this is a major test for a couple of squads who've gotten out of the gate undefeated. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Buffaloes will put total leather and will get started. Fair catch, called for and made. Offense set on first down. They want to run this quarterback. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Now, a couple of times historically that the SEC has reached into the Big 12 during an expansion era, and the Big 12 would love to land a blow on the field here in this one.
Yeah, and I think there probably is some of that with the Big 12. A lot of these teams, they used to be in our conference, and you've kind of ruined what we had built. So we got a chance now to make a dent in this, to show you, like, we're not just your, like, little recruiting system and little farm team, Jesse. Like, we're a real conference that wants to come out and make a statement.
I agree, David. I think the Big 12 throughout the years here recently has done a good job reloading, putting in good quality programs with a lot of talented football players, and those wide open, up-tempo, high-scoring offenses that can give any SEC defense problems.
Jackson gonna throw it. Makes his connection. At midfield, he's got room. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Tennessee. Loose, it was all over. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they find pay dirt from way out, covering 69 yards on the touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Plows through the defense. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
Firing to the right, complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
It's
really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Going up top on first down. Shoots it to the left. Got him downfield. Got a lot of running room. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown ball. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the scoring play coming on a 56-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Leaves it with the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll leave it with him. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. The Buffaloes headed quickly to the line. He'll throw on 3rd down. Feeling some heat. He's right on target. Open runway ahead. Touchdown Buffaloes! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the offense on first down. Quarterback keeper. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Here on 2nd down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. On the move. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. facing a third down as they line up after the break. A designed run for the quarterback. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stops.
We got to give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They were able to pave the way for a first down.
And the Volunteers will have it 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Jackson will throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he makes the catch inside the 15. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Volunteers! And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Top 15 teams colliding today with major ramifications across the college football landscape. Ohio State is in front. They've led for most of the game. However, Brutus isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by just one over Georgia. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends have so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come in.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Now the play fake. Trying to get to it. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence.
And they're on him in a heartbeat, and down he goes.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
I don't know if this is the time for this type of risk. Offense going for it inside its own 40. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Intercepted. Looking for more room. At the 30. The 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Tennessee. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Second and very short here for the offense. Off the play fake. Got his man quickly. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Going with the ground game left. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. And the Buffaloes will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. Still on his feet at the 45. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right and he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
Man, that defensive line has to get off the ball a little bit better, get some penetration to stop that outside run.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm now. They're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Wide out in motion. To the ground with the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Moves away as he feels pressure. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now, a 4th down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. Just drives it between the uprights.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Volunteers will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece and everything.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
You know, one of the tricky parts with play action for a quarterback is that when you turn your back to the defense to sell the play fake, you have no idea what's going on behind you. You don't know what the coverage has become, and you don't know which D linemen have won their one-on-ones. The worst thing is you turn around after the play fake, and bam! That defender's right in your face.
Dialing up a second down pass play. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Man, and that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And I'll tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Well, this head coach is clearly sending a message. He clearly doesn't believe in punting, going for it this close to his own end zone. On fourth down, going to the air. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every fourth down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are on the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly that time.
Touchdown ball! And the beatdown has ensued. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
That makes the score Tennessee 35, Colorado 10.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Trying to impose their will with the run. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10.
Slide 22. Get set. Get set.
They go to the ground. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback checking off. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Trying to make magic with his feet. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Leaves it with the running back. Got room at the 35. Oh, look out. There he goes. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. And the Buffaloes line it up with a 1st and goal. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Still looking on the move. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. The Buffaloes want to pick up the tempo. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. They're bringing heat. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Colorado! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. I mean, sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late. At least you got the party started.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
17.
Fair catch called for and made. Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
Man, it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room, because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
They're getting this guy lathered up. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. And the Vols are on the move. Running back searching for a hole. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play.
Out of bounds at the 37.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Tennessee 35, Colorado 17.
1st down to start the drive after the break. Calls his own number. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
You know, I really like this QB running the football, because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
From the gun, the ground game. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31. Ball at the 31. 3rd and short. Coming defense trying to rise up. A run for the quarterback. Got some room, headed to the goal They add on to this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he made the extra point without problem. And he's going to run it back. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Here's the handoff. Open space at the 25. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
Yeah, and listen, this guy's had a good day. I know they're trailing and they need to put some drives together, but I also wouldn't abandon him because he's had such a monster day, and he's been the bright spot so far for this offense.
He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. Takes the handoff. It's Humphries. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Power football with the run. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The Vols have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the...
Got enough space. Touchdown, Tennessee. And the stomping has commenced. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in Week 3. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
The score, Tennessee 49, Colorado 17.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
Well, 2 things I love by the quarterback on that play. 1, his ability to flush outside the pocket and make a quick decision. No one's open and I'm taking off and running. And 2, get out of bounds. No need to take a big hit. Just save yourself, save the body. Fresh set of downs coming up. Well done.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy second down situations with some positive runs on first down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
Trying play action. Quarterback now breaking the field. Gets it out quickly. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains for the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
Going to try to get it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. He leaves it with the back. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. One more play to pad the stats. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Unleashes one deep. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them and absolutely